I have a question for you. Let's say you have 100,000 naira and you left it in a savings account from 2021 till date. Do you think you still have 100,000 naira? Technically, yes, but in reality, no. Because that 100,000 naira, while you are saving it, the price of bread, fuel, data, and every other thing you're going to spend 100,000 naira on, they were investing in themselves, leaving you behind. Most Nigerians think that saving and investment are the same thing, but they are not. Following the wrong strategy in this current Nigerian economy is going to be hurting you more than you think. So today we are going to be breaking down exactly what Nigerians get wrong about investing in the big 2026 and how you too can protect your hard-earned naira in this current economy. First, let's start with savings. Like, what is savings? Savings is basically you putting a certain amount of money aside for rainy days, for that short-term goal. It's basically your safety net. The problem is that most Nigerians make the biggest mistake of thinking that their savings is an investment. But consider that in early 2026, Nigeria's inflation rate rose to 15.38%. And now imagine that your bank is giving you 2% or 5% on the savings you have in your account. That is you losing a whooping 10% purchasing power. So always think of it like this. Saving is for liquidity. That your cash that you need to maybe take care of school fees, take care of car issues, take care of everything that are in the short term. But if you are keeping that your money for 5 years in your savings account, you are not building wealth. You are just allowing inflation to shrink your money. Having said that, investing is completely different, because investing is you putting your money into buying assets that you know that will grow in value over time, or pay you back more than you put in the first place. And if you're investing from Nigeria, because of the current volatility of the naira and inflation and everything that is making your money to lose value, you can't afford to be passive when you are thinking about investing. So you have to know that while saving is for capital preservation, investing is for building wealth and beating inflation. But the problem is that most Nigerians get it wrong and jump into get rich quick schemes thinking that is an investment. Anybody that is promising you 30% in this current Nigerian economy, know that that is a faster way for you to get heartbreak, because there's nothing like that. The safer way for you to invest is investing in money market mutual funds, where they are currently offering like 20 to 22%, and that is you currently beating inflation, because with inflation at 15 point something percent and you getting an investment option of 22%, that is like a win. They are regulated, they are safe. It is much better than you investing in places where they are promising you 30% with huge risk of you losing all your money. But with inflation at 15% and you investing in money market mutual funds with 22 to 26%, you are still way ahead of inflation. Now, when we are talking about what Nigerians get wrong when they are thinking about savings and investment, there are three top mistakes that we see recurring every single time. And the first one is you waiting for that big money to start. You find that the average Nigerian is thinking that until they have 100,000 naira, 1 million naira, that is when they will start investing. But they forget that 5,000 naira can buy you something, either in the money market mutual funds or even investing in stocks. And you can even decide to build this money up in apps like Piggyvest, Cowrywise, so that you can get higher money then start investing, rather than waiting for that biggest amount of money, which is unlikely if you don't even have the money to start investing in the first place. The second mistake is ignoring dollar hedge. So if you are one that is keeping all your money in naira right now, you are making the biggest mistake. The naira constantly fluctuating, you find that your money is losing value every day. So why don't you keep your money in dollar, or at least a portion of your money in dollar? That way you are beating inflation. That way, if you invest that your dollar, you're getting another value from investing. So you beat inflation, you get value from investing in dollars. What do you think about that? So if you're a smart Nigerian, you are going to be thinking of putting your money into dollar mutual funds, or even investing in the US stocks on Bamboo and RiceVest, Chaka, Trove, and all those platforms that allow you to invest in dollars. That way you are protecting your purchasing power, your money is not losing value, you are investing, you are doing all the right things. The third of the three mistakes is not having an emergency fund. And you find that some people are willing to invest all their money in government bonds, in everywhere, except having an emergency fund. Because what's the use of you investing all those things when you now have an issue? You now end up breaking that investment because you have to take care of the situations you have currently. So have an emergency fund before you start investing. That way you don't have to break down your investment because you are looking for money to take care of the emergencies that happen in your life. Remember, Nigeria is always an emergency. Now let's get practical. If you have some cash right now, where should you put it? So for safety, you can consider putting it in treasury bills or government bonds, which are currently offering between 16 to 20% right now. And for growth, you can consider investing in the Nigerian stock market, which has been performing incredibly well in the last few months. Investing in companies like Zenith Bank, MTN have shown to grow over time. Imagine MTN that started at 250 naira, now at 760 naira. That is considered growth. So consider investing in these places rather than keeping your money in the normal savings account, because at the end of the day, that your money is losing value, you are not getting anything from it. But make sure to always have an emergency fund before you start dabbling into these ventures we are talking about. Then if you are thinking of long term, you can consider investing in land banking, where places like Ibejuleki right now are popping. You find that you're getting difference of 20 to 25% on the land you bought last year in this year. So those are places that you can think of putting your money. You can consider for safety, just to recap, Nigerian treasury bills, government bonds, and then for long term, investing in the Nigerian stock market, which has been seeing growth over time, and lastly, land banking for longer term investments. So the bottom line of everything I've said is that you should stop saving for tomorrow, but rather start investing for that tomorrow. Keep a portion of your emergency fund in high yield savings account where you have easy access to it, but for that your future money, put it in a place where it is bound to beat inflation. So here's what you are going to do for this week. Go to your bank statement, check, do you have more than 50,000 naira in your bank account just sitting down there? Like, what is it doing there? Do you have an emergency fund? At least you should aim for 15 to 20% of your living expenses. That should be a good start to have as emergency fund. Take 10,000 naira today and start investing in the money market mutual funds. I currently use the Stanbic IBTC money market mutual funds, and you can start with as low as 5,000 naira. So you don't have to say that you don't have money before you can start. All that matters is that you put down your money right there, make that decision, and don't leave it in your bank account where it is losing value. Now leave in the comments, are you a saver or are you an investor? Let me hear from you in the comments. If you found this video helpful, make sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, because you know I am your smartest enjoyment minister who is doing all the right things, saving where necessary, investing where it is my money is bound to beat inflation, and doing all that good stuff. So we're all about the life of balance. Do make sure to follow this channel for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.